Well, I'm back again with another update. I'm going to try to be quick again. We'll see how that goes. I've been waiting for the wind to kind of slow down out here, but I don't know. It's coming in big gusts, so you might lose me for a minute here and there. I'll try to keep the camera facing the right way so it doesn't blast in the microphone. Anyhow, let's start with these little guys. I lost one. That one. Dead. One of the white boots. That thing got smashed by rain. The rain was just too much for it. So these three, I got two whites and a yellow left, and they're all kind of just moseying along. They're not really growing very fast, but I don't know why. Can't wait to get them out of these plants, or out of these pots, but they're just not quite big enough yet. I'm going to let them hang out. So that's those. Let's see, we'll start in the same place again here. Now I got to deal with this shadow. I didn't think about that. Let's see, these are going really good. These are the Sajuka from Tonley over at Chili Grower. He gave me that. That's pretty cool. That's growing really good. Here's another one exactly like it, and that's what that one looks like. If you remember, these are the ones that were all screwed up from lime. They were really bad. They almost died. They were all red, orange, and somehow they came back. So these are doing pretty good. This is a Moruga from him also, the one I ate on video. And this is a Primo. I don't remember where that's from, to be honest with you. And that's a Fatale from him also, right there. That's coming along pretty good. They're almost ready for big pots. I guess I could anytime here. These are the habaneros, I believe. I'm gonna get some guys to look on the forum at these to make sure they are what I'm calling them. I just gave them that name because that's what it looked and tasted like, but they look like a red Savina to me. There's one of the pods. And here's another one. They're getting nice and red. That one's ready to come off. And it's kind of what they look like to me. That's what they tasted like, but who knows? They're growing up. Some of them are growing up like that, so I don't know, but they're finally getting kind of healthy. If you remember, before I go further and show you the rest of the stuff going on here, I had a big problem with water. They were overwatered and all the leaves turned yellow on all these plants, really yellow. And they're still in the process, well, pretty much done now, of losing all those leaves. Every one of those leaves fell off, just like I expected they would. They all went through a change and kind of went from yellow to something like this, and starting to get veiny, and then curl down, and then die. So what I did last night, I got tired of waiting for all that to happen. I trimmed some of these back so they wouldn't get really leggy and wide. I don't want them getting 5 and 6 feet wide like they did last year. So hoping now they branch out and go up. So I think that'll work. So I cut some of the branches. Unfortunately, I didn't want to, but I did, and pulled every damn leaf off that looked like it was going to die, and trimmed the bottoms a little and just got them kind of shaped up. So they look a little haggard, but they'll be fine. Let's see, those are the Hobbs. This is a 7-pod Burgundy, and this one from Judy is actually coming out right. Those are nice. They're starting to turn red now, but they've been on there a while. They were like this, perfect. I think that's what they're supposed to look like. These are like a purplish red. I don't know how well it shows, but they're huge peppers, big fat stem, and these are really nice. But I'll be eating that pretty soon here. 7-pod Burgundy. This one is a big 7-pod quote white unquote, because here's another one that I grew the same thing. I don't know if you noticed, but that doesn't really look white. Those are the 7-pod whites I've been waiting for to turn. Yeah, they turned all right. They turned orange. So that's one of the 7-pod whites is not what it was supposed to be from those seeds. This is the what is that? I think that's the Jonah. That's finally coming back. Remember, it had no leaves in my last video, and it's pretty much bushing out now. No peppers yet. This is the mystery one from my buddy that gave me the plant. He gave me the peppers, whole bag of them, and I grew it. And it's sitting there, it's ripe, and it looks just like his, so at least it grew true, but I still don't really know what the hell it is. Some kind of a cross or something, maybe. This one, see all that red on there? Yeah, it's supposed to be a 7-pod yellow. So that's the other one, another one from Judy I got. That was a 7-pod yellow. They're all over there and they're big as hell, but they are certainly not yellow. So that was not good luck on those seeds either. I don't know if that's even what a true 7-pod yellow is supposed to look like, because I've never eaten one or grown one, but that's what they look like. Let's see here. Let's go down this row. This one is probably the most decimated by the, I'll give you a good look at what it looks like. It's a scarecrow basically. This was a Butch T from Hippie Seed Company. It lost all its leaves, and I trimmed back a good foot off these leggy branches, and I just couldn't take it. They're just out there hanging, leaves on the very end of them and nothing in between. So I just trimmed the living hell out of it and got it back to kind of a normal shape and just let it go. It's living, it's fine. It's just gonna take a while to re-leaf and get going again. Oh, there's the wind. See if I can cover this microphone. Let's see, this is a Nagamorich that had kind of the same problem with every other one did. It lost a bunch of leaves. I trimmed it a little, and it's putting out peppers. It's not shy about that. So, and they're hotter than hell. It's got a really nice one hanging on it actually, right there, ready to go. This one's the same exact thing, but it's got a few more leaves. Some of the yellowish ones I haven't quite got off here yet, but there's a couple nice ones on there, a couple mean looking Nagamorich. See, this one's still got those nasty looking leaves on there. I just got sick of pulling them. I pulled off probably 800 leaves off here, just plucking off leaves all for a good hour over there, just yanking them, getting rid of them. There's flowers all over this thing, but no, the leaves are toast. So I don't know what's gonna happen, but they'll come back. This is another one. This was a chocolate boot that's just struggled since day one. It's all leggy and no pods, has never had a pod on it, won't hold a flower. And then it got the same yellowing, whether it's from water or whatever happened. I just chopped it. I chopped all four, and it's 4 branches coming out perfect, and I chopped them all off, let it come back. If it comes back, I know it'll probably be pretty decent. This one is, let's see, I don't even remember, I just turned all these. I don't remember what that is. Oh, these are brain strings. These are doing really good actually. This is the one that was on the end. It's pretty big now. God, that wind is howling. There's no pods on that, but it finally flowered all up. And this, oh, it has a couple on it I can see now, a couple little ones. There's the one that was really bad looking, and it's coming back great. Leaves are almost coming back normal. And this one is the daddy of them all. Now, it's probably hard to tell which plant's which, or they're kind of growing together. But this plant's doing really good. It's never had any real problems at all. The leaves are real healthy, and it's loaded with these things. I picked a couple off there, and John, he ate one the other day. You got to go check out his video, the Italian 556. He ate one of these things whole, and it was pretty nasty. Big, fat pods. He said it was as hot as that Moruga he ate. This is a Naga 7-pod cross. Just finally got lost all the leaves that were turned yellow. I plucked a couple off, and it's going fine. It's got a bunch of hot peppers on it. I almost got these, this batch here almost has points like a scorpionish in there. I don't know. This is the other one. Finally it's a really nice plant. It's just finally grown a pepper right there. Got a lot of flowers. So that's that row. Let's head over here. This is interesting. I've had bad luck with crosses. Let me tell you, I got all kinds of weird crap growing. These were 2 Morugas from Neil at Hippie Seed. Here's one. Half the plant lost its leaves, half didn't, so I plucked them off and trimmed the branches. This has got flowers, has never had a pod on it yet, so I don't know what the hell it's going to be. But the one next to it, look how much taller it is. It's way the hell up in the air, growing different. The leaves look a little different. It's supposed to be a Moruga. What does that look like? Definitely not a damn Moruga. Looks like a, I don't even know. I don't know what the hell that is. Some kind of mutant. They're all funky, gnarly looking long things, so I don't know. I don't know what to tell you on that. I don't know what I got. One's growing out like that. So they're all over. There's about 7 or 8, 9, 10 of them on there, and they're big. And they look like they're going to turn red. I see one just starting to turn up there on top. But yeah, I'm gonna have to try to see if some of the guys know what the hell that is, because I don't. So there's another one that was crossed. These are the 7-pod browns. I trimmed them up pretty good. They were bushy down by the bottom. I just cleared them up so they weren't touching down by the dirt area. And these three are growing really good. The one, that last pod I ate in my last video, was red and reddish brown. So one of the 4 was crossed from Judy. These are growing good, and they're all starting to kind of turn, the ones that are on there. I'm really anxious to kind of let them all turn and get them off so they can put out a big crop of these. There's one back there turning on that one. This one's just like it, and there's one turning on this one. This one's damn near ready. Oh, them things look nasty. There's one on here turning. These are really healthy. And the one that turned red lost a bunch of leaves, so it's coming. There's the wind again. Hopefully it's blocking me out. Hope it isn't. Doesn't look too good, but there's another one of those reddish brown ones, like brick colored ones. Then this one. This was supposed to be a Moruga and a Ghost. Moruga and Boot cross, and those don't look like that. Those are those are huge yellow 7-pods or something. I don't even know. That's what I'm guessing that it is. That it's, I mislabeled it or something, but they're all over the place, and there's massive. That, I believe I'm going to do a pod test on one of those big fat things tonight, as soon as this video's over, actually. And it's going to be a mouthful. I missed one over here. This is a Primo. It's doing great. It's really tall. It's the tallest plant out here, actually, besides the overwinters. This thing's way up there. It's almost up to my shoulders, really. And it's doing good. It's got three pods coming on, getting ripe, that are ripe. There's probably about 8 on there, and there's just a buttload of flowers on there all over the place. So that's good to see that one producing. These are the 2 Ghosts right there. 2 Boots. They're pretty tall, and they're coming out leggy just like my other one. And a big 4 branches, one in each direction, so I'm going to be trimming those pretty soon. The bummer about trimming them is most of the flowers are right on the end. It's right on the end where the damn things grow, so you trim it, you lose a whole bunch of pods. But I got to do it. I don't want things sprawled all over. They're growing good. Got some nice little Ghosts on them. I don't know if they're Boot or Bee, but I don't know. They're hot. They taste really tasty. That's a Douglas from Neil, or this is a Douglas from a guy on eBay. I don't know his name on there, but that was really hot. The 2 I got from him was the one I ate in my video. It was the hottest thing I ever put in my mouth. Oh, there's the wind. Bear with me a second. He's got one hanging on it that's just mean looking. Dark reddish brown, really brown. Yeah, that's gonna hurt. I see another one back in the back. And this plant, these have been just kick-ass plants the whole time. I was kind of expecting nothing coming off eBay. I didn't know what the hell I was going to get, but tell you what, they're healthy, and there's a bunch of hidden pods in there. This one is from Neil, and this one's really healthy, and it's a totally different looking Douglas. More like a, maybe this is more like a Douglas, and that one's more like a chocolate 7-pod. I don't know. That's a battle I'm not qualified to get into, with everybody thinking different things. This is what his look like. Totally bumpy, gnarly, dark brown, same color, but nowhere near the same shape and look. So, I don't know. They're all going to be hotter than hell, I'm sure. These are my overwinters. You've probably seen a million times. That's a Butch T with almost nothing on it. I cleared off all of these, the Butch T, the 2 Morugas, and just wanted to let them kind of start fresh. Some of them were small, and some, you see some of these are still kind of small. That one's ready to go. These little guys, because I don't know, they're just kind of acting weird. Still a lot of crappy looking leaves on them, and there's a bunch of new leaves, and I don't know what I'm going to do. I may trim them a little and get them to get some growth going, get some pods pumping. There's still a lot on them. I want them to really rock and roll. So this is some Moruga. Finally, the last little batch that was on there is now starting to ripen. So there's still some pretty nice ones on there, but they're not quite ready. All of the ones I left that weren't ripe are now ripe and ready to go into sauce or something, somebody's mouth. But that's everything inside here. We head out here real quick, try to get through this. I got some surprises out here also. The ones I got from Sac 59, I just got a message from him telling me that Pereira didn't really look like a Pereira, and it's growing different, so it might have got crossed, which is fine. I mean, no way you can stop it unless you really isolate them. So this is a yellow Scotch bonnet. I don't know why I'm pointing the camera at that. This is it's got one on it, and it looks like a Scotch bonnet to me. It's only got one pepper hanging on the plant, and these plants are so odd. The leaves look different. I don't know what the deal is. They're healthy plants. Every plant out here that I planted from him has the same leaf type. I mean, they're all from Caribbean, obviously. You got Scotch bonnets, red Jamaicans, and red Scotch bonnets. But even the Pereira, let me show you, has the same type of plant. See the little skinny leaves? And just a tall, slender plant. It's not beefy with them big, thick, curly, crinkly leaves. More pointy, maybe like this. I don't really know. But these are pretty big, gnarly looking things. I just pulled the red one off it. It was the biggest one on here. There's about 6 of them on here. And it's flowering, but it's growing too. I'm going to stake all these up tonight. And then there's this one. This is labeled as a red Scotch bonnet. Oh, that wind is probably screwing this up. I'll get back over here. Labeled as a red Scotch bonnet. I don't know if you can see that, but it's really tall and really slender and weird. Very strange looking. Not a single flower, pod, anything on there. It's twice as tall as some of these other ones. Perfectly healthy plant. Never had a problem. And not a single pod. So that's pretty strange. Never had that happen to a plant ever. I notice, let's try to block this wind. I notice, oh, look at that. That is a flower. First one. Isn't a flower yet, but it looks like it wants to be. So I don't know if that's really going to be a red Scotch bonnet. Here's another, oh, this is red mushroom, Jamaican red mushroom. Looks exactly like that one. And it's got some that look like mushrooms on it. Looks kind of like a red Scotch bonnet actually, but I don't know. And then there's the other red Scotch bonnet. This is definitely not a red Scotch bonnet, and I'm wondering if this is the Pereira, because the peppers are coming up like this. Straight up. Looks like it's turning red. And that's definitely not a Scotch bonnet. I know I didn't mix up my tags. I was really careful about it because I know everybody does it. I'm like, I'm going to be sure not to do that. But those are definitely growing straight up, and they're smaller. So I don't know what happened. This one, anybody knows what's happening with this one, I'd love to know, because the life of this plant has been more up and down than anything I've ever seen. It's yellow brain strain. Look at the color of those leaves. It looks like it's supposed to be like that. They're so perfect. They are the perfect mottled yellowish green. They were flawless. Now all of a sudden they do that. It's not like they're turning light green from nitrogen or something like that. It's just weird, and they're healthier than hell, growing like crazy. I don't know what to think about that one. Just gonna wait it out, I guess. And this one, it's another one I'm waiting to see something from. This one is supposed to be a yellow XL 7-pod, the really huge ones, and I'm hoping that got crossed. Somehow my tags got mixed up with the Douglas Naga cross, the big yellow ones and the earlier one that I'm going to eat tonight. I think hopefully they got crossed, and finally I have a flower. So I don't know if it's going to pollinate. No, it's full of pollen, so we'll see. Hopefully it comes out like the other one was supposed to be, and it just explains that. This is a yellow Butch Tea. Finally got flowers all over. It's growing great. Got all the yellow crap off there. This one is a yellow Scorpion. These actually look like they grew proper. They're big, and they are pretty nasty looking. I was gonna eat that one tonight, but I went with the other one just because they've been on there longer. There's only like 4 of them on this plant. This is my poor little Havelokia, self-named Havelokia, that I was given a pepper from a guy's plant, and it tasted like a ghost pepper and it looked like a habanero, so I'm calling it Jabloquia, but it's having all kinds of trouble. So it's still living, it's green, it just looks totally screwed up. And that's the peach Jabloquia that turned bright red when you let them hang there. But I'll tell you what, one of the best tasting peppers I've had this year yet. Really, really nice taste, thick walled and ghost pepper flavor, not quite as bitter and pungent as a ghost pepper, juicy like a habanero. Really, really good taste, and hotter than hell too, by the way. These are the two Butch Teas from Neil, the other two, besides the skeleton inside, and they're doing fantastic. They're just not putting out peppers quite yet. This one's starting to get ready to pot up, but this one has no peppers, just growing good. So that's that. I'll end it there and try to get this done. I don't know how long it is. Let's see. What's it say? 4 minutes? Wow, that's got to be some kind of damn record or something for me. Anyhow, that's that. I'll let you go with that view and call it a day. Thanks for watching, guys. We'll see you later.